How does it feel coming off that win against Leone? And that's a really good team, and now you're getting ready to play another one.
That was a really big win for our group. I think it, you got to learn how to play in uncomfortable games. I mean, if you look at the week, we had 3 overtime games against really good opponents, and I thought we did a really good job managing the game in certain moments. I thought we, especially 5-on-5, I thought we carried the play. I thought we, you look at the first 8 minutes of the third period in a hostile environment, they didn't get it over our red line. I mean, that's when we're playing really good. You look at what we created. I thought we probably should have scored, a few more goals. But when you play really good teams, you got a good goalie. They defend really well. You're going to be in a lot of those games where it's tight, and you got to find ways to win. And I thought we did a great job. I thought we got rewarded in what we deserved.
Leone?
He was great. He made a lot of big saves when he needed to, the timely saves. He played a great game.
Does he end up starting tonight as well?
Yeah, he'll be in the net tonight.
Does he provide just composure back there? Like, guys don't look like they're really rattled. Even in, what was it, I think overtime or toward the end of regulation, that 2-on-1 they had?
Yeah. He's just, this is his second year in the league. He's a really good goalie. I mean, he makes timely saves. He's poised. He reads the play really well. He really good on his rebound control. He's just a really good goalie, and I thought he was, if not our best player last game.
How much him getting minutes in the American Hockey League can help his development to being back in the NHL and staying there?
Yeah, if you look at the goalies that end up being NHL goalies, there's not an exact number of starts that you have to have, but I think there's a process. That's the one position where sometimes it takes time, and he may get called up. You don't know, but I do know that it is important to start games in the AHL for goalies. The studies show that it's really important to get starts and play games. And I look at this week as where you're playing a 2-time defending champion, you're playing a team that's 12-2. That's good for your development. That's really good to find a way to win those 2 games. That says a lot. I think part of development, what gets lost sometimes, is winning is really important in development. That's my perspective, and kids and players to be around winning and what that looks like. And I think especially for a goalie, you look at this week and the teams we're playing, it's an important part of your development to try to find and win 2 games.
Riley Schultz in the lineup for the first time on Wednesday. You even gave him a shift or 2 in OT, so what did you think of his play?
I thought he was outstanding. I give him a lot of credit. It's been a lot of conversations with him, hard conversations, where he probably could have been in the lineup before. I thought he was probably our best forward. And I'm a big believer, you play the guys that are playing, whether it was his first game or his 14th game. When you're playing to win, he deserved to go out in overtime. And I thought Tulio was the same. I think if you look at the depth of our lineup this week and what they've provided for us, I feel we have one of the best, if not the best, 4th line in the league. I mean, you look at those guys' numbers: +8, +9, +7. It's just 5-on-5 play. I mean, every time they're on the ice, they're in the other team's zone. They're hard to play against, no matter what the matchup is. And it's a hard game for them too, because you look at the special teams. It's a period on special teams, so I'd like to get them. We roll 4 lines. I'd like to get them 12, 13 minutes when there's a lot of penalty kills. That's tough to do, and then for them to respond the way they did, they were outstanding.
For Schultz too. I mean, it's probably easier said than done, right? To sit and wait and not be in the lineup for a month and then jump in and play the way he did.
Yeah, it's really extremely difficult. I think it says a lot about him and his character and his work ethic, how hard he works at practice, how hard he trains. And he looked fast in the game, which is hard to do. You go to a hostile environment, 12,000 fans, that's your first game since NHL preseason. That's a long time to be off, but he's earned it. Now I think for him is to keep playing well, so you take someone's spot. I mean, that's what you want. And he was, we had him rated as probably our best forward, and it's amazing what happens when you just work and you do the right things and you get rewarded for playing the game the right way.
Challenge do you think the Hershey Bears are?
Yeah, I mean, you look at what they've done and it's pretty remarkable. I mean, back-to-back champions in a league where there's a lot of movement and you don't have, I'd be hard-pressed to find teams that have the exact same lineup that they started the season with, but I have a lot of respect for their. I think he's the best coach in our league, Todd Nelson. You look at he's won 3 championships every year. You watch his teams play, how hard the buy-in. They can play any way you want. They're a really good team. They don't beat themselves. They don't give you much. They're heavy. They got different ways that they could beat you. They could score. They could check. They're physical. They have I think the one thing is where they have better than other teams is their team toughness. And I don't mean heavyweight fighters. I just mean there's certain times where they can really lean on you, and they're a really good team. And what they've done is remarkable. We have a lot of respect for their team, and it'll be a really good test for us tonight.
In saying that, not to ask you to show your hand entirely, but what are some of the keys that you think your team needs to execute on?
I think same type of game as Laval. I think when we're skating and we're fast and we're relentless on the puck, I think we're really hard to play against. I mean, you look at the last game we played on the road, halfway through the game, when things became special teams, we gave up 7 shots in 30 minutes of play on the road. And then you look at the third period, what we did, that's winning hockey. And we got to be fast, we got to play predictable, and we got to be on top of them. And there's certain things that you can't do in our O-zone play where they outnumber you. If we want to play slow and hang on to pucks, it'll be a long night for us. So we got to make sure that, I think anytime you're playing a team like this, you got to make sure that they don't get to their game. And it's really important for us to get out of our zone fast and pressure pucks everywhere on the ice.
You mentioned Devin Levi. It's been a long time, I think, since I've seen a goaltending duo like that, where both goalies got great balls. Just your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the game back, those were probably the 2 best players on the ice. Like, I mean, if you look at some of the play Novikov had in the third period, where he's on his ice and then somehow he gets his hand up there and makes a play, and the amount of backdoors. And yeah, it was a great performance from both guys, and they're 2 elite goaltenders in this league, and we're fortunate our guy found a way to beat their guy.
Game-winning goal coming from Rochester. There's times I sort of almost forget what I'm doing, my job. I want to yell out, shoot!
Yeah,
he just never shoots the puck. So I'm thinking when he got that breakaway,
we say the same thing, Donnie. That was we're joking around with him after the game that he's had 5 breakaways this year. That was his first shot on goal. So, but I think what led up to that is I think if you saw the zone time we had before, I don't think they touched the puck for 3.5 minutes. I thought we wore him down, and then Tullio makes a great play, and we were able to finish in overtime. But I'm glad he shot.
Well, maybe that goal will give him a little more confidence, so he'll shoot more.
Yeah, no, he been, especially in the power play, we'd like to see him shoot a little more. He's got a good shot. I think they become more of a dual threat, so teams can't take away passing options, especially in the power play. But
Great game, great job, outstanding.
no, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.